Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your PS4 North American matchup for week 7 of the Paladins console league. We have Stremex versus Heating Up, two struggling squads looking for a win. Go ahead and take a look at our legendaries here that we have. Storm and Bullets Khan for Powermateus, Crush Terminus for Sauremk, Opportunity and Chaos Vivian for Eredos, Eminence Leon for YatoAcosta, the newest addition to the Stremex squad, replacing Jose the Pizza. Cherish Furia for Claritabumbum, Leviathan Makoa for KilledByDayton, Battering Ram Ash for UltimateDabbe, Caiidyn with Mother's Grace and Nara, Rampant Blooming Grover for Salty Saint, and Burst Mode Victor for Aatrixx. We have triple tank coming out for the side of Heating Up here on Serpent Beach, which is our first map of the set. As Stremex was able to ban out Frog Isle and Shattered Desert, Heating Up decided to ban out Bright Marsh and Splitstone Quarry, and Stremex with the first map choice, as you can see, has taken us to Serpent Beach. No kills coming out just yet for either side, but the triple tank is sustaining themselves fairly well with the Grover on the high ground. Now rotating towards the left side of Sundial is Stremex. First blood comes out as Aatrixx falls to YatoAcosta, and he picks up a double kill. Eredos then cleans up, and Powermateus picks up Dab for the fourth. Now Dayton having to back up, but he gets scoped by the long-range Leon. Happens to be in his face with it. So early on, the first capture will go in favor of Stremex. As I said, both squads struggling here in the PCL. Heating Up starting off 0-2. Phase 2 has Nemesis, the entire roster left. We all know the story. Heating Up comes in. It's replaced by the new squad. Familiar names we've seen before. Hang around in the community, you know Salty Saint. You hang around in the community, you do know the Stremex squad as well. Nice hook from Dayton, does pull Term up, but he backs up to fall back down into safety. Barrage comes through, finds one onto the Term. He was low health after the hook brought him up. Now Sentinels will come out, Overpower and Enlightenment available for Stremex as well. Only ultimate online. Well, excuse me. They will have the Assert Dominance. Overpower comes out. Able to throw Dayton off the map as well. Now only 2 front lines. That's one thing I like to point out. You know, when you play the con, you like to overpower the front lines. But Heating Up is making Powermateus have to choose his targets. Do you want to wait for Ash with the Assert Dominance? In this case, you don't have it when she does use that ultimate. Do you want to throw Makoa off? Do you want to throw the Mother's Grace Nara off? And since they have 3 front lines, do you want to eliminate the Grover with the Overpower? Or maybe eliminate their solo damage Victor with the Overpower? There's a lot of options, just depending on what situation you're in, what the team fight is looking like, what ultimates are online for Heating Up at the moment. Nice hook from Dayton once again. Term does have the ultimate, and he will pull that one out. Reanimate coming from Sauremk, doesn't get a kill from it, but Eredos picks up Caiidyn. Ancient Rage is available as Dayton backs up. Grover, Victor, meeting him in the back on the high ground as well. Payload's getting pretty close. Being completed. Sauremk is still here, finally falls. Shield comes out. Powermateus goes down as well. Nice stun coming in from the Furia, but still going to be a successful defense from Heating Up. Heating Up sitting at number 16 in the power rankings for the second week, but they are a group of young players new to the PCL. We have some mechanical skilled players in Dayton, Aatrixx playing in the PCL in Phase 1, the last week of the season as a sub on main frontline for Earn Manor under the name It's Axiom. Has played in the PCL once.
4,
Just playing
3,
damage.
2, 1.
Heating up, this squad right here, their first time in the PCL, week 3. They went up against Stremex, a gruesome 5-game set that they ended up losing 3-2, but actually set a record. Hook comes out, doesn't connect. Actually set 2 records. One being Dayton playing the Leon on the Brightmarsh game, the Torv and a Genos pocket. As Ancient Rage gets used here, he finds a double kill. Doesn't want to chase the Leon. That's a smart choice. Don't overextend. Now Dabbe starting to back up. Both front lines playing the mid here. No Inara there. Hook doesn't connect once again. The shield went up from Vivian as well, so that wouldn't have connected even if it hit her directly. Dayton, as I was saying, 5th most damage in a PCL game by a single player. The most impressive one on that list is Goodlad. He was able to get 2nd most damage in a game with a dredge. And that's post-dredge nerfs too. Did have a Lumi and a Torv on his team as well. Prosper also getting #1 most damage in a game off of that same exact game. So the people on there playing hit scans. Dominantly Victor. Aatrixx now trying to run away. Can he escape? He can. The hair of life remaining. Dayton now starting to push into Mateus. Sauremk is there for the assist. Now Dabbe has to join. Barrage comes down. Will it find a kill? No. Yato does find a kill on the Dayton, however. Have to get more use out of these ultimates. More value. Now Dabbe diving the back line. Aatrixx finds a triple kill. And this could be the start of something here for the side of heating up. They lead 2-1. Do have possession of the payload and are nearing the last and final turn.
Have you met my friends?
Overpower onto Victor, and he gets pulled into a complete team. He ends up falling. Sauremk getting last hit on that. Eredos backing up now. Sentinels did come out, starting to charge up the second one. Salty Saint couldn't get out of line of sight of him. Now Dayton's gonna fall. Powermateus with a double kill. Powermateus with a delayed triple will go down as a double. That first kill was delayed a little bit between the second. That looks like the end of that team fight. The Stremex will move up and try to zone out for the remaining 50 seconds of this offensive push for the side of heating up. Hook doesn't connect. Does use his battle shot. Dabbe dives into him. Getting aggressive now, but he gets stunned. Crush Term comes out and stuns him once again. First one was the beam. Wall blocks off Mateus. And then a stun comes in from Ash. Able to hit the Assert Dominance. Reanimate comes through. Doesn't connect. Eredos able to take down Aatrixx. And that was the solo damage for the side of heating up. Eredos finds a double now. And he's looking for a triple. Can he find it? Yes! He finishes off Dabbe. Mateus was able to kill the Makoa. Caiidyn falls to Mateus as well. And Eredos and Mateus holding it down for the LatAms as they're able to hold this push off and take it to round 3. Both teams sitting at 2 points apiece. Take a look at top damage here. Eredos on the Vivian already reaching the 100,000 mark. Over 10k per minute. No one else reaching the 10k per minute standard there as Victor, played by Aatrixx, sitting at 2nd with 79k. Behind him is YatoAcosta and Powermateus. YatoAcosta played, I think, 2 weeks, maybe just 1 in phase 1 with low-key scheming under the name Dragon Kill It. Coming in now.
5, 4, 3, 2,
playing for
1.
Stremex, which is a roster move that a lot of fans thought should have came a lot sooner. Should have come a lot sooner. Claritabumbum playing support this time, and Eredos gets hit with the barrage. He's going to fall there. With this triple tank composition, you can have an off-lane tank as well as 2 main tanks or 2 off-lanes. It's all up to you how they want to play. They've been playing double objective right now. Nice Calamity Blast coming out. Stun to kill him, but Seismic Crash does come through. They're able to find one, but Eredos falls once again. YatoAcosta finds another kill. And now he's on point. Don't know what he's doing there. He's going to have to try and sustain himself. He has help. Nice stun from the Furia. A commander grab from Powermateus. And nice combos here to single out that Makoa. The CC abilities. Eredos is back. Yato still out there getting some frags. 8-5 right now. 10-3 for Mateus on the con. Sauremk 1-6 doing his feed special, but he is touching point. Probably go ahead and look at that. He doesn't have top objective time. Interesting, but Barrage comes through. Will it kill? Yes, it will. Aatrixx finds another off of that ultimate.
An enemy is
Eredos is jumping on him. Can he find this kill? No, he cannot. Eredos is too much for him. Assert Dominance comes out, stuns Khan. Didn't get the term as he was in midair. Trying to get a stun for himself. 99% on the objective for Stremex. 84% for heating up. But that was a nice stun from the Furia Beam once again. Dayton tries to use the Ancient Rage, but it's not in time. Kills are coming through, as well as the stuns for Stremex. Let's go ahead and take a look at items here. Is there any resilience coming out from Dayton or anyone else on the side of heating up? Would be my question. Doesn't look like it as of right now. They have credits in the bank for Caiidyn and Dabbe if they want to invest in it. Dayton is pretty close if he wants to get that pretty soon. And I would think that would be something they want to look into. The stuns have been singling them out for Stremex to burst them down in quick fashion. Have the Furia Beam. Terms running Crush. On can also put some good CC on you. Although he's running Storm of Bullets. Ancient Rage tries to come out again, but he gets bursted down before he's able to once again. Second, maybe third time that's happened. They look to be pushing this one in. They do have Reanimate available as well. They could use some ults. They have a minute and a half, but they don't need them, as they're able to zone them effectively at the spawn doors. Stremex take game 1. 4-2. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Blue speaking on the cast. We're here for game 2 between Stremex and Heating Up. Stremex able to take game 1, Heating Up's map choice, and they have chosen Stone Keep for game 2. Hunting Party Tyra for Aatrixx. Storm of Bullets Khan for Caiidyn. Cherish Furia for Salty Saint. Eminence Leon for Dayton. And Fortified Barrack for Dabbe. Rampant Blooming Grover for Clarita. YatoAcosta with the Burst Mode Victor. Leviathan Makoa for Powermateus. Mother's Grace Anar for Sauremk. And Eredos with the Battering Ram Ash. So this time we see the triple tank in favor of Stremex. Didn't go so well for Heating Up when they used it in game 1. Stremex using the exact same. Nice hook! Coming out from side of Stremex. Oh my, Powermateus falling super low. Has to back up. He does so correctly. Comes back in now, half health. Hook doesn't connect this time. 42% on the point for Stremex as that starts to climb a little bit higher. Meanwhile, Heating Up 0 there, yet to touch that objective. Now Dayton playing the Leon this game. He is the flex 2, it seems. Playing some tanks as well as some damages. Trying to put some damage into Sauremk as he just sits on point and soaks up that point time. As he at 87% now, Grover falls to one shot, but he backs up. And Dayton get the line of sight on him. Meanwhile, Eredos playing that doorway beautifully. No one's even pressuring him, as they are finally able to get some success in the kills department for the side of Heating Up. KilledByDayton finally takes down Sauremk on the objective, and now starting to climb in percentage for Heating Up. 93% still for Stremex if they're able to break into this. It looks like Caiidyn on Khan will start to go towards that high ground. Push into the back line of Stremex, but he's got nobody there with him in the off lane. I don't know where his damage is, but they're not with him. He does have overpower available and makes his way back. He grabs Victor now. YatoAcosta on that. Gets bursted down very quickly. Aatrixx pops the crossfire, able to find 2 off of it. One of those being Yato, who got grabbed in the overpower. Sauremk goes down as well, and heating up, able to turn this around and capture the objective. The first one of game 2. I'm going to take a quick look here. No deaths for the side of heating up. They're looking crisp here. Looks like good play. There are still some micro things that need to change. Like we were saying, Khan, he flanked the offline and had no damage with them. Now Aatrixx in the off lane on the high ground with no damage or no frontline with him. Now here comes Caiidyn. And this could be something special because this is what you need to do. Set your off lane there. Caiden's not looking at the Victor. Meanwhile, Leon is there now with them, but he dashes off. Don't know if that was the play. Forces Victor off. Aatrixx and Dayton both die. Doesn't seem as if Caiidyn, Aatrixx, and Dayton are on the same page here. That could mean trouble, but Caiidyn finds a double kill on the Sauremk and Clarita. Has overpower available once again. Koa and Ashe now sitting on the high ground. Caiidyn doesn't seem to mind them. Looks like he might be going for an overpower onto Inara here. Does use the battle shout. Misses it!
You are not welcome.
Tried to grab the Victor, but missed. Was killed shortly after. Now Dabbe falls to Mateus. The seismic crash helping out on that one. Stremex look like they may have a nice hold here for the time being. 55 seconds remaining before heating up to try and push this one through. Unable to push successfully in game 1. Powermateus finds another kill, playing the Makoa beautifully right now. Double stun from the Furia bomb. Or excuse me, the Furia beam. I said bomb as if it was a grumpy bomb. Same effect, I guess, just it has to hit you directly.
30 seconds remaining.
Backing up now, and Stremex playing their lanes beautifully here. They look like a decent team here. I've said in the past couple weeks they don't look like they know how to play, but looks like they've changed some things up. Clarita back on support, which he was listed on during relegations period. Still don't have Kaser available. Powermateus finally falls here. Makoa's working the off lane. They are running triple tank, so Ashe is up there too. But Ashe is playing that flex between the main and the off. Sauremk is playing main tank exclusively. Soaking up that point time. You have Grover sitting in the back healing. Yato playing that Victor. Can get aggressive when need be, but just sitting in the back playing the off lane with his 2 tanks. And this is beautiful Paladins coming from Stremex. They are making some mistakes here and there, but that comes with being a young team. They're able to defend successfully, and that's good Paladins right there. From a young team that isn't perfect, that's good Paladins. Heating up, have some things to work on. Caiidyn usually running the off lane alone, and when he's not running it alone, either Aatrixx or Dayton is. Positioning a little wonky from the side of heating up, but let's take a look here as we're tied 1-1. Most damage being dealt from both members of heating up.
Capture point spawning in
Leon up top,
seconds.
57k, 49,000 for the Tyra. It's Aatrixx and Dayton. Yato not too far behind in third with 48k.
5.
After that, there's
4,
a bit of a sizable gap for
2,
fourth place, which is
1.
on at the moment. Look at the healing as well. What I want to look at is the objective time. I would think Anar would have the most right now. What it looks like, but Dabbe leading the way there. Dabbe new to the competitive scene. Was playing Sniper Barrack last week against Onslaught in his debut. Didn't work out so well on the Frog Isle map. Nice hook from Mateus. That's going to isolate Caiidyn. He needs to back up here. Uses the battle shout. Nice assert dominance. Doesn't get anyone with a stun. Ancient Range comes out as well, but that's not going to do so well into a con. They are able to find the kill. YatoAcosta now with a double as well. Stremex look like they're going to try and push, get control of this objective. 36% in climbing for them. It is still 66 for heating up. They can get back into this. They're able to break this zone. It looks like Tyra will be trying to sneak her way from the high ground. Overpower comes out. Non-successful once again. YatoAcosta just sitting on balcony. He is going to jump down, get aggressive, help out with the kill on the Aatrixx. Dome shield gets popped on the objective as well. My oh my. Grover's still getting free heals out here. Dabbe is falling low. He's got a full team. Look at him. Nice hook. Oh my goodness. Powermateus. YatoAcosta finds a double kill once again. Overtime ticking away with Caiidyn's life ticking away. And Eredos getting aggressive on the Ash to zone out the remaining teammates of heating up coming from spawn, as Stremex able to capture the objective this time. Now it's their time on offense to try and get a push.
Show them no mercy.
Fury ult comes through. This is the time where they want to get aggressive, but they're a little slow on the punch. Here comes the crossfire now as that comes out. Wall goes up. That will sustain, and nobody dies from the crossfire. Nice line of sighting. Nice ability to hide behind the wall for Eredos on that left side of Tyra. Sauremk putting up the wall. This is good Paladins coming from Stremex. I'd be surprised if they lose this game. Caiidyn now working the off lane. Let's take a look here and see if there's anyone with them. And once again, Dayton is there, but he's not looking towards the off lane. Barrage will come through. We're going to take an aerial view here for this. The off lane getting pushed by both Mateus and Yato. Nice hook. And once again, there's no one there with Caiidyn. He's stuck in the off lane all alone. And that has been the demise of heating up so far. Salty Saint's going to fall as well. My oh my, positioning problems coming from heating up. Beautiful Paladins being played here from Stremex once again. Push the offlane as a team. This time, Victor's all alone. Caiidyn has one with him there. Happens to be Dayton this time. Dayton's eyes are not on the high ground once again. He's got to look up there with Caiidyn. They've got to push into this Victor Makoa together. Dayton's going to back up. Caiden's going to keep going in. Assert dominance right in the spawn door. Takes out Dayton. Crossfire comes out. Doesn't find anything from it. Now here's the ultimate. Eredos falls off the high ground though. Dashing out. Aatrixx trying to find a kill. He finds one on the Eredos. But he's in the back line. No one's there to help him. He overextended while the point fight is going down. Dayton gets hooked. Missed the shot. Gets out. Gonna die anyways. Enlightenment. That's always a topic of discussion for Leon players for me. Was that enlightenment useful? No. He's not going to die to it. You're one shot. You're going to die afterwards. You're not going to get that kill. They're still going to get that push through. Was that one extra second of living and denying your fate worth it? To me, it's not. Save that ultimate. Come into this next round with it. If you get a nice shot onto that Victor with it here, even if it's long distance, that's a better value enlightenment right there. And that's just some of the micro plays, those quick reaction thoughts that come into these players' minds. He used that enlightenment, and I just feel like there was no value from it. You're not going to kill that full health Makoa. They're going to get this push, it seems, and you're just going to deny your fate, your inevitable fate of dying 1 second longer. He is still on top of the damage charts. He's broken the 100,000 mark. 3-1 now. Stremex. I don't see them losing this game. If they do, it'd be a complete tragedy for them. Most of the fight happening inside right now. Overpower comes through. They grab Yato this time. That's successful. They're able to kill him as well. Oh, nice kill from Aatrixx with the nade launcher. Onto the Ash. They quickly, with the help of Dayton, burst down Sauremk. 39% on the point for Stremex, but they're in trouble. Makoa falls as well. Caiidyn picking up the last hit on that. 7-6 for Mateus, but he's creating a lot of space and opportunity for picks with those hooks. Don't let the KDA fool you there. Eredos diving in onto point now. Can he get anything going? No, he cannot. He falls. Overtime ticking away with heating up in favor of the objective. Crossfire comes out. Will it find anyone? No. Dab finds a double. Dayton finds one onto the Grover. And that's going to be heating up capture here.
Enemy rampage.
You see Salty Saint with the Chronos 2 on the Furia. Is running Cherish, so it's not necessarily needed. Does have the morale boost too. Does have that ultimate available once again. If I'm him, I'm just popping those at every opportunity they have to get aggressive. That's basically what that ultimate is. Like, hey, got the advantage. Let's push into him, and there it is. No one's on the objective, so they aren't getting any payload push here. The fight is going down. Got a 3-stack coming from the side of heating up here on the high ground, but they can't get past this doorway. Finally, they can. Overpower onto Makoa. That's successful. Barrage is available for Yato as well. Minute 36. And he's going to use it, but he gets killed by Dayton. And that's what I'm talking about. That's when that is useful. He has Enlightenment once again. Eredos gets stunned, but quickly off of it. Take a look here. Look at that one. No resilience coming out from him. Does have caught 2, record 2 as well. No resilience coming out except for Dab, who has 2 on it. That's useful. Playing against the Inara, Grover, as well as the Ashe. Most definitely that Ashe. Booping you around. Not allowing you to work with your turrets effectively. 55 seconds remaining now, heating up. Payload is near and dear to going in. Nice kill onto Mateus. That could be the entry frag, especially if they're able to find a kill onto Victor here. Caiidyn has to watch his health. He does. Yato's going to drop off onto the low ground now, but he is in garden still. Now Caiidyn doesn't find anyone, and Dayton is playing super aggressively. I don't know about that aggression right there. You don't have anything to help you, but they're able to squad wipe. Powermateus comes out. Salty Saint able to find the last hit on the Sauremk now. Beam comes through, doesn't connect. Mateus has to touch point. He has Ancient Rage if he wants to use it. Don't expect it to come out here. Nice shots coming out from Dayton. He's able to find that kill. Sauremk is contesting this point. Doing a fine job of it, despite the rest of his team falling. And it looks like he might fall here shortly, as Dab does have the advantage in health. Does have a dome shield, doesn't have to use it. They get the kill with the help of Aatrixx, and heating up ties up the game 3-3 now, and they've brought themselves back in. And that was just off pure aggression with those Furia ults. Dayton was playing highly aggressive, way out in front of his front lines on the Leon. He wasn't punished for it. Stremex does have 4 ultimates going into this, 3 for the side of heating up. Just don't understand why Stremex wasn't able to punish him for that. But let's take a look. Dayton sitting at 13-8 right now. Dab 2-10, but he's doing his job, sitting on the objective.
5,
Only 1
4,
second behind
3,
Inara in that
2,
objective time.
1.
Wow. Talk about a battle of the main tanks there going down, and he's going to go straight for that. Soak up as much of that point time as he can. Meanwhile, Seismic Crash comes through, does connect, but so does the Grover ult. That comes out as well. Heals them up. Caiidyn falls. Yato on the kill for that one. And now the aggression comes out. Ancient Rage gets popped as well. Nice hook onto Aatrixx, and it looks like he might fall here. And as he does, Eredos gets the last hit. Sauremk takes down Dab on the objective as well. And now Stremex in control with 2 tanks on the zone. Hook comes through, doesn't connect. Heating up. It's going to have to work very hard to get through this. Double stun comes through. That does allow them a second to move up and advance without any resistance. Overpower comes through, and it's successful as they grab Yato. That goes down. That's their sole damage. Yep. And that's what Resilience 3 does to you right there. Able to keep you from getting booped so much. Enlightenment comes out. Gets saved. He gets the last hit on the Mateus, but Caiidyn putting some damage out for him. Aatrixx falling low. Yato has to touch. He resets. Sauremk couldn't make it. Overtime ticking away and heating up. Looks like they're going to take game 2. Assert dominance comes through. Last second ditch. And there's that Resilience 3 with the power of rocket boots as well. Powermateus falls. Ashe still in her immortality, but it's over now, and so is her life. Sauremk makes it back, does reset the point, but dies instantly. Grover's the last case scenario, and he's not going to be able to touch. This game, ladies and gentlemen, goes to heating up with the 3-1 comeback as they win 4-3 in Game 2 to tie the set. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Stremex versus heating up. The set is tied 1 apiece. This is Game 3. Stremex's map choice, well, his first pick, and they have chosen Ascension Peak. Not a map we get to see a lot of. Seen it a couple times in Xbox overall. Mainly see it when Ascension Peak comes out is when Aerial Arise is playing. They haven't played for the last 2 weeks, so I haven't gotten to see much of it at all. Storm of Bullets Con for Powermateus. Decimation Terminus for Sauremk. Cat Burglar Maeve for YatoAcosta. Opportunity and Chaos Vivian for Eredos. Cherish Furia for Clarita. Rampant Blooming Grover for Salty Saint. Burst Mode Victor for Aatrixx. Dayton on the Eminence Leon. Mother's Grace Anara for Dabbe. And Caiidyn with the Battering Ram Ashe.
5, 4, 3,
both teams trying to battle it
2,
out here in Game 3 to
1.
take the set
And
lead
so
with
it
2
begins.
wins. Go ahead and jump on board of Yato here. New to the team. Maeve. Pretty spicy here nonetheless. Gets 2 shots off before he goes up and through the window onto the objective. Really damage coming out. The full heating up squad is still on that high ground. They are playing Porch, and they're playing it fairly nicely right now. Trying to get the picks needed. Dabbe falling low though, has nowhere to run, has no wall available either. Nice damage coming out from the Maeve so far. Trying to get some pop shots. Meanwhile, Sauremk soaking up point time. Ashe has to touch and contest. Double stun coming out from the Furia Beam. Nice block on the shoulder bash there from Sauremk. Is running Decimation. A lot of DR coming out of that. Let's take a look here. Hulking Monstrosity 5 will give him 750 health. Below 50 health, receive 20% more healing with We Can Rebuild Him. Unfeeling 2, which has gained 16% damage reduction for 3 seconds after landing from Shatterfall. Heal for 10% of damage absorbed by Power Siphon, which is playing God, so every time he's absorbing that damage in his Power Siphon, he's gaining some healing off of it. And hitting enemies with your Massacre Axe generates 4% Power Siphon charge there. Could come useful. Clarita does have the Fury ultimate available. No ultimates for the side of heating up currently. On just now receiving overpower, and here comes the Fury ult, and that means go, baby. It's aggression time as they find a kill on the Caiidyn. Playing the Ashe. Grover trying to Vine Whip out. A little bit of damage on himself as well. Meanwhile, Aatrixx trying to put some Victor damage out onto Terminus. Will he switch to the Furia when he sees him? No. 99% overtime ticking away with heating up in front. 90% for Stremex now. There's the Shatterfall coming from Term. YatoAcosta now. In the Midnight. Doesn't find anything out of that. Trying to get out. Does fall. Assert dominance in the back line from Caiidyn. Doesn't get any stuns on it. Does get pulled back from Commander's grab. Now looking for something. Finds a kill on the Terminus with the shoulder bash. And heating up have captured the first objective of Game 3. Now they're double DPS stacking in the off lane. It's okay on this map. Not ideal, usually, but this one it could be okay with the double hit scan on the high ground. You have Ashe up there as well. Overpower comes out. They're able to grab one with it. That's Dayton. Take care of him quickly, efficiently. Now trying to push back. Payload is nearing the front side of the steps here. Onto the high ground with the commander's grab. Ashe trying to shoulder bash out as she does. Grover, vine whipping out as well. Was playing super up close with that Ashe as well. Didn't have a damage on that high ground. On finally falls. Clarita putting some heals out on the Yato. Does have that ultimate available once again. Could use it here to get aggressive. Sauremk falls. Does have reanimate. Will he use it? Doesn't seem likely here. Minute 20 remaining. Nice movements coming out from Clarita here. Trying to get heals out on everybody. Hard to line of sight on this map. With good distance as well. Dabbe now still pushing the objective. Has Sauremk in his face. Remember, he's using decimation. No stuns coming through. Mother's Grace anyways to stop that. Barrage comes through. Doesn't find any kills from it. I don't think he was able to click any down either. YatoAcosta now finds a kill. Onto Dayton, looking for a second one. He falls shortly. Now Ashe, hovering towards mid, but starting to go towards his offlane. Doesn't have a damage with them once again. That's been the problem with the playstyle of heating up. They're not sending any damage players with the off tank in this offlane.
30
They
seconds
can't
remaining.
fully control the map without it. They're able to get the kill onto Mateus after the seismic crash stunned him. Yato does fall low, but is backing out. Gets the heal.
15 seconds remaining.
Misses a few shots. Able to get some going there. Leon, one of the best champions to deal with Maeve. Although Maeve's one of the best to deal with the Victor.
5,
Caiidyn able to find a kill. Reanimate comes through.
2,
Shield.
1.
No one falls to that. They look primed to push this one in.
Another double.
They still have the assert dominance if they wish to use that
Enemy
as
triple
well.
kill.
But YatoAcosta with the quadra kill as he keeps Stremex alive. And oh my goodness, a pentakill for YatoAcosta on the Maeve. Ladies and gentlemen, that is only the 4th pentakill of the 2019 PCL season. The first came from the Legacy, I believe. The second coming from Ernest. The third coming from Valerian. Now, the 4th coming from the only division with any players that haven't gotten a penta, the PS4 NA division, in YatoAcosta. First debut of Phase 2 2019 PCL, and he's got himself a penta here in Game 3 on Ascension
5,
Peak with
4,
the Maeve.
3, 2, 1.
Damage dealt coming out. Only 38k for the Maeve, but not the job to put out a lot of damage, but instead just clean up the kills that the Vivian puts out. Assert Dominance comes out, but he gets overpowered off the map right away. Nice ultimate from Powermateus, and that is ideal. That is a good ultimate right there. Giving Sauremk some healing as well after shortly moving past to dive the backline for the Grover. That pressures him out of the combat, along with Aatrixx on the Victor running backwards as well. Now Caiidyn back, being thrown off the map. 66% on the objective and climbing for Stremex. Midnight comes out. Trying to get some shots on. Does find some nice poke damage here. Now, can he find the kill on the Aatrixx? Does fall one shot. Sauremk gets hit with the seismic crash, so he's going to take some good damage here as well. Dayton now finds a nice presence onto the Furia. Finishes the kill as well. Tries to find another one on that low health player of Stremex. Can you catch who that was? That was Eredos. Now heating up, has regained their positioning on the objective. 1-1 to tie, and a big burst kill coming out from Dayton on the Clarita, and that's gonna probably seal the deal for Stremex trying to take this objective as Yato gets bursted down by Dayton as well. Only damage amp in the game right now is the Furia with her ultimate. But somehow Stremex is still fighting for this objective in overtime. still delaying the inevitable, it seems. Powermateus finds the kill. Ash, shoulder bash was a little too late as Dayton fell. Does have overpower available once again. Doesn't need it to take care of the Ash. And oh my, it looks like Stremex may have a chance of taking this objective back. In overtime. Powermateus is mowing the lawn, so to speak, as he mows down a third member. And Stremex capture the objective after what looked like heating up could have gotten for free. Overpower doesn't connect. Will reset to 30%. Victor falling low. Mateus couldn't find his shots on him. Now the boot comes through, but he's got the commander's grab to keep himself on the objective. Or excuse me, on the map. Does fall shortly after though. To the hands of Dayton. Now heating up, starting to get aggressive here on the zone. Trying to set themselves up in a good defensive position. Raj is available as well as 3 other alts. Scratch that. 99% coming in is Seismic Crash. But Midnight and Fury ult comes through. Dayton getting hit. Enlightenment comes through. Couldn't find the kill. But Yato does. And the spray goes down. A little bit of BM coming out from him. Yato doesn't play, baby. A lot of people wanted this guy on the Stremex squad. Said Stremex needed him. It looked like they are having some success with him. He's gotten a pentakill here in this game already. Aatrixx now taking out the sentry drone, looking for a kill. Does find some damage behind. That's a perfect way to take down a term. One member of the team distracting for the siphon, the other member standing behind. If he turns around, it's the same situation. Of falling. Dayton was able to take care of Eredos as well to get that team wipe. Stremex look like they're going to have to back off here for the time being. Do have a full squad here for this push now. 40 seconds remaining. This is still doable. Will be difficult though. We think there's going to be 2 more team fights if they're able to wipe this out. They'll still have to deal with another, possibly even a third.
Remaining.
Overtime persists as long as it usually does with these 2 teams going at it. Mateus trying to work the high ground here. Has no one with him. Gets booped, but Commander's grab stops that from happening.
15 seconds remaining.
Does have overpower.
9.
Oh, and doesn't have his Commander's grab for that one. Turns on the way back.
4, 3,
Overtime about
2,
to tick away here.
1.
Behind them once again is Yato. Gets some nice bonus damage onto Leon, but that will be the end of that as Dayton turns for the kill. Grover on the help. 4 and 10 for Mateus on the con. Not doing so hot in the KDA department. Overpowers have been meh this game as well. Yato sitting at 8 and 6. Not outstanding, but he's getting some damage out and some key picks when needed. Dayton sitting at 14 and 6, and Salty Saint only dying once on the support so far, which is what you like to see, although the score doesn't reflect that as often.
1.
Dabbe actually on the main tank, positive 3 and 2 right now. We're sitting at 9 and 2, although he has his hands full. Maeve is diving him a lot more often than the Maeve is diving beyond, which makes sense. Looking for some heals, flexing between the 2. Term just trying to soak up some siphon or some extra healing while heals go out on the other members of the team. Both teams playing opposite sides of the map. Midnight comes through from Maeve, and it looks like he's going to go straight for Dayton. Oh, and he wastes the Enlightenment. He can't see him in the dark, so he doesn't know that he had already gone. Stun comes through. Not enough. Playing line of sight with the rock here. Aatrixx gets out of dodge. Reanimate coming through. Able to find no one. Does get a couple amounts of damage onto the front line. Aatrixx finally falls, but not until he traded his life out. That's an even trade because Khan is off the board now. If you lose a damage, they lose an off tank. Arm now trying to contest the point from the backside of the wall. Assert Dominance comes out. That could be something spicy, as able to find the kill on a Yato. Now Eredos falling below, has to back up. No more shield for him as well. Powermateus falls low once again. He's spinning in circles, trying to find out who he wants to shoot. Doesn't matter, he is going to end up dying here. Now Saint getting aggressive. I don't necessarily agree with this one, even though he's trying to zone out. He is taking a lot of damage. They have some good poke damage from afar with Victor. I wouldn't even test him at that distance. Or excuse me, with Vivian. At the wrong team there. 5 and 12 now for Mateus. Not doing so hot. I'd be surprised if let Khan do anything outstanding here after they've been able to keep him in a box for the most part. Only hitting a few overpowers as well. Mirage comes through. Doesn't find anything. Eredos finds a kill on a Dayton. Powermateus finds one as well. Caiidyn traded out with that engagement. I'm heating up. I'm backing up here, especially if I'm Dabbe. Play your life. Regroup with your team. This team's going to get aggressive with Stremex, but it doesn't look like heating up wants to do so. Seismic Crash comes through, but no one's there for the follow-up damage, so nothing will come of it. You do have Barrage available once again, too, and Midnight is also up for Yato. He's just sitting in the back poking. Enlightenment doesn't hit anyone once again. Won't get that 50% bonus ult charge. Nice cooldowns to get some. Sauremk finds the kill with the Decimation Blast. Dayton now trying to touch. I don't know what for. That wasn't needed. Your main tank went down. You lost someone else as well. Just back up, regroup. You don't have to touch point. You have a minute left. All you did was stagger yourself out there. So now, heating up, having to wait. Meanwhile, Stremex can just set themselves up for a nice, successful defense. Eredos on the high ground with Mateus now. Firing away. Good. Not the best at long range for Vivian, but does have the con there to assist. Now Caiidyn making his way up on the high ground. Does he have a damage with him in the off lane? The answer is yes. He has Dayton there now, as well as the support. Salty start to rotate towards mid once again. Sauremk off on the right side, but he's going to go back and around towards mid to meet Dabbe in the middle for the point contest. Dayton working from afar. Could get aggressive here with Dayton as Caiidyn, excuse me, as Mateus has fallen low. Overtime ticking away, and this right here. We're just gonna pause because this is nice positioning. You have Salty playing the Grover, can get those AOE heals. He can get heals on to the left side as well as the right side. You have Aatrixx sitting in the back with the burst mode Victor putting the damage through mid. You have Dabbe pushing the payload, as well as Caiidyn and Dayton in the off lane. That's beautiful Paladins, ladies and gentlemen. See what they do with it. Victor does rotate towards mid, or towards the left side. Midnight is available. Will he need it? Doesn't look like it, especially if he hits his shots, which he does. Bonus damage. Aatrixx with the call does turn around. 49 health for the Mave here. Still searching for him. Does divert his attention back to the point. Comes the Mave once again. Sentry drone taken out. Trying to get some help from his support as well. Overtime still ticking away. It's a deep overtime we've got here. If he even gets off, which he just did when he died, being Dabbe. Point. Wow. Overtime ticked away super fast. Take a look at damage charts here. 152k for the Victor. 124 for Vivian. 121 for the Leon, all within range of each other. Victor just slightly higher. A little bit of a gap. Ave now in fourth with 101k. On all the way 73k. It could be because he's sitting at 7 and 13 on the slash lines right now.
5.
Salty Saint still 1-1.
3, 2, 1.
Making some micro mistakes, but Probably his best game he's played so far in the PCL. Has crossed the 230,000 mark for healing already as well. Big damage reduction tank. Anar soaking up a lot of that healing. Midnight comes through. Blows the Fury ultimate. But this could be a lot of aggressive play coming from the side of Stremex, as those are two big aggressive ultimates. Midnight taking away their vision, and then you get the damage amp and the speed boost coming from the Furia. Assert Dominance comes through. Commander's Grab tries to pull him out, but the wall prevents him from totally coming out of it. Does find a kill on the Clarita with the help of Dayton, but he gets traded out by Eredos. Whirlwind is now used 3-3 with 21% on the point for Stremex as they lead the point fight here. Reanimate coming out as well. Doesn't find any kills off of it. Some damage going on to Dabbe, but he just heals up. Still contesting this beautiful play here from the Terminus. All game long he's able to just line of sight and contest payload for as long as possible with these two statues that sit on the objective. Powermateus able to take out Aatrixx. Barrage, no value. Now Caiidyn in trouble. Dayton killed by Yato again, and he's getting put in a box by this man. Holy moly, Yato. He may not have a better slash line, but he is winning these 1v1s with his counter, Leon. 99%, no overtime. Stremex take game 3. We're going to game 4. All right, welcome back to game number 4 here in the PS4 North American region between Heating Up and Stremex. Stremex able to take the victory in game 3 on Ascension Peak, leaving Heating Up with map choice, and they've chosen Jaguar Falls as they are down 1 game in the set. If Stremex is able to win this, that would be the end of the set. Urge. Stremex winning. Opportunity in Chaos, Vivian for Aatrixx. Battering Ram, Ashe for Caiidyn. Cherish. Oh, he went to Fortress Breaker, Ashe for Caiidyn. Cherish Furia for Salty Saint. Eminence Leon for Dayton. Mother's Grace Inara for Dabbe. Blast Flower Willow for Yato. Undying Terminus for Sauremk. Leviathan Mako for Powermateus. Burst Mode Victor for Eredos. And Luminary Genos for Clarita. Caiidyn now trying to work Statue. On with his damage behind him. Aatrixx able to help him out, and they find a kill onto Makoa.
Okay, who's the feeder?
Aatrixx still working the off lane, and this is good. This is good right here. You have to, you're off tank. Oh, but he gets crushed on by the Shatterfall. Not running crush though. Play on talent words there. Dabbe still soaking up point time, however, at 36%. Dead Zone comes in, and that forces him off the objective. Trying to get some heals, and Dead Zone won't allow you to. So he backs up. Seedlings come out. Dayton now transitioning towards that left side, and he's going to have to work alone since Vivian is working with the off lane. Arm back on the objective. Victor in the middle, and that's not a good spot for him. Falling low is Yato. He backs up. Does have the heal on him as well as Makoa, so they will gain it. Speaking of no heals, Sauremk doesn't have one. Now he does. Ultimate starting to come out. Starting with Faith Flight. Wow. Terminus at 35% all charge. I looked again. Hit 58. Through time and space. Finds one onto Aatrixx in the dark room. First capture does go to Stremex. Looks like they will start to get aggressive here. They have, and this is what I was saying in one of our other sets here today, if you've watched that video already. You have Genos and you have Furia. Both have damage amps of 15%. With Furia's ultimate. And Genos' heal. Which one is the better aggressive healer, especially if you run that triple DPS. Nice hook over there on the right side of the screen. We missed that one, but I think they're both equal. It just depends on the situation. I think that Genos applies the heals all the time, more constantly, more fluently, and more frequently. So that's the aggression that you want if you want to have maintainable, constant aggression the entire game. But if you use that Cherish Furia, you go morale boost. It's kind of like stomp. Put it this way: you're driving on the highway. You're doing about 70 miles per hour. You put it in cruise control. Where I live, the speed limit's 60 miles per hour. You're doing 70 on cruise control. That's basically a Genos Luminary right there. You're just cruising down, 10 above, not doing the normal. You're applying that pressure. I know it's a terrible analogy, but bear with me here. As to with Furia, it's like you're driving 60, but every couple minutes or so, you stomp down and hit the gas pedal, and you just say go. You don't let up. It's the best way I can explain the aggression those two talents give you. And abilities. Terrible analogy, but I hope you understand a slight bit now what I'm trying to say. Anyways, 25 seconds remaining in this objective. Payload sitting underneath the bridge. Nice zone coming from heating up. Reanimate is available. They're not going to use it here. I wouldn't expect them to either. Wouldn't be a smart choice. Sauremk, apparently, from what people have been saying, just wants to improve in the game. And although he has negative KDs game in and game out every single week, he's showing up, he's playing, and it seems like he's learning from his mistakes. Nice grenade kill there from Eredos as well. Now Sauremk, look at this line of sighting from him. This is beautiful Paladins from Sauremk today. He has been playing very well. Powermateus has been playing well mechanically. Has had really good positioning as well. Barrage comes through, finds one on the Aatrixx. Aatrixx traded out because he took down Powermateus. Now Caiidyn trying to push the Victor out. Meanwhile, Payload's getting pushed. Dabbe is contesting now. Sauremk falling low, does have reanimate still. Don't expect to use it here. Barrage was the only ultimate they used. They have everything else. Aatrixx will pop the Sentinels for some extra damage here towards the end of the push. Bayflight comes out as well. And he finds some damage to take out Aatrixx or even his deployables. Seismic Crash, they're using a lot of ultimates. Now comes out the reanimate. Dead Zone comes out as well. They're able to take him down. And Dayton gets just blasted on by the Willow after the Enlightenment. Powermateus able to help with that. Hook, no good. Oh, and a Fade Flight. Excuse me. A Flutter keeps Willow alive. And still alive! Finally goes down. Overtime ticking away. That Willow survived a lot longer than she should have. Ashe did fall. Barrage comes through once again. Finds the kill on the Dabbe. Siphon goes up. Sauremk's falling low. But he is getting the heal. Does have Calamity Blast. Won't be enough. And heating up. Finally. Able to get Stremex off the point. They used a lot of ultimates from both sides. But Ancient Rage and Through Time and Space still available for the side of Stremex, even though they weren't able to push that one through all the way. So it will be a successful defense from heating up to tie this up at 1 apiece. Stremex looking to close this set out. Last time these two teams met, it was a 5-game set in week 3. Stremex being able to take the victory. Stremex, they beat heating up in week 3. In a 5-game set, they pushed Onslaught to game 4 the first time they met. And they pushed Hydra to game 4. They're winning maps, and sometimes it's disgustingly done, but today they've looked much better, I've got to say. They don't look like a good team just yet, but if this week's Stremex went against last week's Stremex, it would look a lot different. A lot of damage coming out early on from the Victor. Sauremk soaking up more point time. He's got 30% already before Dabbe comes in for the contest. Now it's his turn to start soaking up as Sauremk backs off. He's got a lot of damage being pumped into him. Meanwhile, looks like possession will swap back The Stremex. No Faith Light, but the Flutter allows him to get some shots onto Dayton. Way back behind the rock. Now Caiidyn starting to push into this team of Stremex here. He's going to dive past Statue into Dark. Loops Mako out of his face, but Mako is going to go back in his face. Take the hook. Now playing with his shield. Meanwhile, the fight going down on point. Nice kill from Eredos. That's a double. Clarita finds a double with the through time and space. And Dab finally falls to Clarita as well. And Clarita, on a 16 streak right now, puts the spray down. And the game has been paused. Let's go ahead and take a look at some stats while we're waiting. Quick pause, however. Eredos sitting at 8-2. Claritabumbum 4-0 right now. And 3 of those just came to finish off that team fight. It looks like Powermateus is in Ancient Rage, but I know better. He is not. Wait a minute. No, he isn't. 41%. No way he was able to use the Ancient Rage and get 41% back already. So another pause has come through, but let's take a look at damage dealt. 75,000 for the Leon, 68 for Victor in second, with Willow sitting in third. Vivian sitting in fourth right now, but Victor and Willow do have the Luminary buff. Oh my. Not too surprising. Cherish Furious sitting at 82k. It's more as a, you know, you got to know when to put your heals out and who to put your heals on at what time. Genos, you can put 3 of them out at once. So 128k right now doesn't seem too off. Although that is 9 minutes in, so that is a little bit ahead for champions such as him. Aatrixx on the Vivian sitting at 5-5. Caiidyn 1-7 right now. Not too successful in the off lane. Barrage comes through. Able to find anything? 1 kill on the Aatrixx. Sitting at 9-2 right now.
I knew you'd have my back.
We have some Blast Shields and Haven coming out for Dayton. Meanwhile, Blast Shields coming out for 2 other members of the team here for heating up. Seismic Crash comes through. Aatrixx able to help finish off Sauremk. Dayton able to take out Powermateus. Reanimate came through though. So they will have 1 frontline back up and available here. Gets in Dayton's face now with the Shatterfall. It looks like he's just going to back up here. This could be a regroup for Stremex. Spawn advantage is in favor of heating up, and they do have 1 down, so Ash will come in here. A little late to the team fight. Nice presence on the Mateus. He shields shortly after, and now he's pushing to the right side, which in this case would be your off lane. Does have Victor with them. Go far behind, though. Now he's pushing into him through time and space. Doesn't find anything but the hook. Able to isolate down the Ash, who was 1 shot.
15 seconds.
Nice combo from the through time and space. Ancient Rage comes out. Eredos finds a kill. So does Powermateus. Salty Saint couldn't get back into the Ondor in time. And that is a successful push. Heating up. Are trailing 3-1 here in this game. Stremex 1 capture away from putting away this game and the set. Taking yet another victory here in the PCL. Heating up, still winless match-wise. They do have a few maps, I believe. 3 map win. I'm not correct. Only 1 map win. Or no, I think they have 2.
3,
yeah.
2.
They have 3 overall and 2 with this lineup here. Against the Stremex on in week 3 again. They went 5 games. Powermateus here. Will he meet Caiidyn in the offlane once again? He used the Ancient Rage at the end of the last round, so he doesn't have that available. I don't know if they needed that. I think he used it to stay alive. Dab now soaking up some point time. Full rotation coming out from Stremex as they recognize. Nice hook!
Enemy rampage.
Yato takes out Saint. Clarita finishes off Aatrixx after the hook came through as well. Sauremk Able to take out Dabbe, and now 58% on the objective for heating up. They have comeback mechanic in their favor if they're able to break this zone. But Caiidyn staggering out like that is not going to work. You either got to let him kill you right away, or if jump off the map, get out of dodge, whatever it may be. But that was a stagger.
Have you met my friends?
Sentinels will come out for Vivian, and she is all alone over there in the light room. And she's just going to start firing down. Siphon can't soak up all of this, especially when a seismic crash comes through. Willow's in trouble because she is in dark room. They're able to take out Vivian, and Yato with a double kill. Dead zones Dabbe now with the blast flower damage, and Stremex take the victory 4-1 on Jaguar Falls and take the set 3-1.